So, good morning. It's a snow day, as you can tell. Now, most of the storm is gone, but I had a late night charter last night, and here's some footage of the drive. And if it was 12 hours earlier, that day would have been a snow day as well. So, thank you very much, and luckily, we're all safe. See ya. Okay, we're going into Quebec. This is Autoroute 5 and the Macdonald-Cartier Bridge, and we've just left Ottawa, and the weather is not cooperating. It's getting a little bit frightening, but I've already been up here once today, and I got to go back and pick up my kids. So it's gonna get fun. As you can see, the snow is melting on the windshield, and the wipers are handling it really well. But realize I am traveling, maybe 20 kilometers an hour right now, and it's a very slow go. This is rush hour, of course, around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, there's not much you can do other than just take your time. There goes one of my partners. He picked the faster lane, but I know the traffic will thin out soon enough, so it's not too bad. So as you can see, it's opened up, and because I can see behind me well, I know I have a section here where I can speed up. Most of this traffic is going to Gatineau, so once that's occurred, I can speed up and get up to better speeds. It's going really well. The weather is not helping, but right now, pretty well committed. Now, I'm looking here, and I can see that these two vehicles merging in haven't turned on their lights. So they're just going to daytime running lights, and that's just sad, especially in these weather conditions. But hopefully someone will let them know that this is not a good thing to do as the weather gets worse. Anyway, I know I'm coming up to Saint-Raymond, and again, this is traffic merging in from Gatineau. But things are going all right for the beginning of the trip anyway. All right, so this is the on-ramp for Saint-Raymond, where the casino is, and this is where the speed limit goes up. It was, I think, around 70. Now it's between 100 and 60 kilometers, minimum and maximum, on the 5. So things are progressing, okay. The weather is not the best, but it's drivable. Okay, now we're on the section where the speed limit's increased, and we're getting close to Saint Joseph. Now I'm running around, I think, around 70 kilometers an hour. Now the speed limit is 100, but I can go as low as 60. I'm comfortable with this speed, and I am traveling straight north. Now this trip usually would be a 25-minute drive, but I'm feeling that it's going to take a little bit longer, just on the weather conditions. So things are going all right. Alright, so now as my speed increases, of course, the heat on the windshield is not as effective. Now I've got my blowers on max. I'm trying to push as much heat to that front windshield as possible to melt the incoming snow and ice. It's not a good situation, but I do realize that I have to get up there. So pressing onwards and upwards. Now, I've pulled my bus over on the 5 during daytime and to clear the ice off. It is a scary enough process at daytime. At night, that is just asking for trouble. Okay, so now this is around, I say 20 minutes in. I'm about halfway. As we're going more and more north, the temperature's going down, and the snow and ice are gathering on the windshield. This is not a good situation at all. But things on my advantage. Okay, I know the road. I know it really well. I just drove up here literally 6 hours ago. Traffic is going pretty quick, so you got to be aware of this. And the nice thing is you do have a rumble strip on the side because the snow is starting to get thicker and thicker on the road, so you're losing those lines that you can usually see well. As you can tell, the wipers are not being as effective as I'd hoped. It's a situation, okay, and at least once a year you're in a storm like this and you're going, oh God, please. But things are going okay still. My speed is, I'm not traveling as fast as I want to, but I'm traveling safely. Alright, so we're in basically the last 10 minutes of the drive. We're getting close to Wakefield because I know the road, I know the lights. I've got a very good sense of where I am. Would I want to ever do this with ever not going up here before? No, that's just frightening. I'm not feeling great about this drive, but I'm still doing okay. The wipers are working, not as effectively as I'd like. I know that the turnoff for the Tim Hortons is coming up, so I've got roughly about 5 kilometers left to go. Not a great situation, but we're almost there, thank goodness. Traffic is still behaving okay. People are going past me, but they're not, they're not losing control. So, just a little bit of a frightening situation, isn't it? Okay, we're climbing the last hill. And it's quite a steep one, because this is snow country and ski country. As you can see, my windshield is very much cooler, and the ice is starting to gather in the corners. Not a great situation. So, this is where you've got to go, But again, I don't want to pull over because of all the traffic. And that soft shoulder, I could get stuck in it. And help is a long way off. So, I do remember that the road ends soon, and there's a turn-off point. So, I'm feeling okay about it. Things are all right. Okay, for those who are wondering why I've not used my windshield wipers fluid, at this temperature, things are it's not a great idea. I tried it before. It really didn't do an effective job. But I know I'm coming to a point where it's like, got the tea coming up, and I use them, and this is what happens. It's basically like I got hit with a slushie. It's not good, but again, I know the road. I know where she's going to turn. And, this is one of the situations where you wish you hadn't, but it's going to happen. So a little warning, when you've got weather conditions where the snow is turning into ice on your windshield, sometimes extra fluid is not a best thing to do. But luckily I'm slowing down, and with that, the windshield is not as frosty as it was. And this is where I've got the little side road here, Burnside Road. where I know the traffic is much slower. So I'm able to just turn in here and let the windshield warm up and the wipers do their job properly. It's starting to clear as we speak, just with the temperature change. It is not fun, but there we go. A little more water, and now it's starting to clear up. I can actually see. Would I want to travel at this speed all the way up? That's on that highway is not a great idea. People are always in a rush, and they don't realize that some other vehicles can't handle the weather as well as theirs. I know I'm about a minute away, which is fantastic. This was, again, once a year, you're on a charter like this going, oh, please, just let me get through this. Now, I do realize once I do my pickup, I've got to turn around and drive all the way back. But the worst part of it is pretty well over, because as you travel back down into the city, the weather warms up, and hopefully the snow is not going to accumulate as much on the windshield. I have never been so happy to see ski hill lights as I am right now. So, this is one of those night drives where it's when you decide, wow, how good am I? And sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're good. And luckily I'm a combination of both. All right. So, there were 4 of us who brought up a group of kids up here in the morning, and there are 4 of us bringing them back. And I'm happy to say all 4 of us made it up, and all 4 of us made it back. The weather was not nice at all, and as the night progressed, it got harder and harder to drive, but as soon as I was able to hit the city, I was able to find spots like parking lots to clean off my windshield safely, and I was able to drive at a slower speed, so that was able to keep the windshield a lot clearer. Like right now, because I'm driving at a slow speed, I'm able to melt the snow and ice off the windshield. Just another fun day doing charters. All right, so there was the bus that passed me well over 35 minutes ago, and he made it up, so thank goodness. And I know my other 2 buses, one has already left, the other one's almost there. So thank you very much, and see you in my bus. Bye.